Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. In today's video, we're going to put one of the cheapest variable ND filters you can find on Amazon, the K&F Concept Variable ND filter, through its paces to see if it really is value for money or a load of old shit. Let's jump into the video. Now, like I say, I normally use the K&F Concept Nano X Variable ND filter. It retails about £60, which is about £30 cheaper than the Freewell version. But the one we're going to be testing today, the K&F Concept Fader version, is only £20. How good can it really be? Well, we're going to find out. So here is the filter. It's the K&F Concept Fader ND2 to ND400, and I'm going to be using the 72mm version. Build quality seems absolutely fine, and on the outer ring it has gauges so you can see what setting you're at, but these are not clickable. So let's swap out my usual filter and put this one on and see what it can do. First test we're going to do is to see if it gives us a colour cast. So we're going to be using this garage door as our test subject. Now this is a JPEG straight out of the camera with no filter on. Now let's stick the filter on and see if it alters the colour at all. Yep, it's definitely given us a hint of green there. Let's have a look at it again without the filter. And with the filter again. So we're getting a hint of green, but it's not over the top. Let's compare them side by side. With most variable ND filters, you're always going to get a slight colour cast, so this isn't too bad. I also want you to notice the slight vignetting we're also getting. Now both these images are straight out of the camera, JPEGs, and not altered in any way. This is with the filter as wide open as it can be, but now we're going to start to restrict the light more in the filter and see the results it gives us. So here we are at step 2, step 3, and it's looking quite consistent. Step 4, step 5, step 6, still maintaining consistency. Step 7, and finally step 8. Quite a big jump there on step 8. And here is a video clip of me rotating all through the steps from minimum to maximum. I'm very impressed by the consistency of this filter already, with no X markings or banding that I can see. And here's an example of what you can expect from the colour casting. This is from the camera filming with the camera in auto mode, and I'm going to remove the filter so you can see the difference. Well, as I was testing the filter there, a little fox come out of the bush over there, and I managed to capture that. So have a look at this, what I just caught. Sorry, I get so distracted by anything around me. Unfortunately, I didn't have the filter on when I was filming Mr. Fox here. Have you ever seen such a healthy fox though? What a beautiful creature. Anyway, let's get back to the testing. One thing to note with this filter is other filters have limiters. You cannot go past the minimum or maximum setting. On this particular filter, you can rotate it past these settings, and you have to be very careful that you don't do this, because then that does give you wacky results. But let's look now if there's any loss of quality with using this filter. We'll be using the cone of a speaker here, as it's got a nice texture. And here's the same image, but with the filter. Let's zoom in though 600% and really have a closer look. So this is with no filter. But let's have a look with the filter. If there is any loss of quality there, it's very minimal. Let's have a look again with no filter on. And one last look with the filter on. Well, I would say that's pretty impressive. Minimal, if any, loss of quality. Very impressed. So as you can probably tell by the weather, it's been a few days now since I've done them initial tests. And whilst it's good to do tests and comparisons in controlled environments, I think the real test of any good filter is to do it in the real world. But more importantly, can you tell if it's any good or not? So what I've been doing over this past few days is going out with different lenses, using the filter with different lenses at different focal lengths, taking random photos and random video clips. I'm going to choose 6 photos and 6 video clips. I'm going to number them and show you them now. Out of them 6 photos and 6 video clips, there's going to be 1 photo that doesn't have the filter on and 1 video clip that doesn't have the filter on. Now it's up to you to decide which one that is. Write your comments below which one you think it is, and at the end I will reveal the answer. So good luck with this. See if you can spot the photo and video clip that doesn't have the filter on. So the photo that doesn't have the filter on is photo number 2, which was this one. And the video clip that doesn't have the filter on is video clip number 5. Well, there you have it. How hard was it to tell which one had the filters on and which one didn't? That's for you to decide, but that leads us now nicely into the conclusion of this video. So to conclude, I think this filter offers excellent value for money. We didn't see any distortion or X crosses on the images. For £20, you really cannot go wrong with this filter. I've used filters that cost 3-4 times as much as this and produce a lot worse results. Now, if you're a professional, would you use it? Probably not, because you like your expensive the only downside I could see from it was a very small amount of vignetting, and a color caster is easily removable in your favorite editor. So this one gets my recommendation. I'll link it below. What I'm going to be doing in the next video is testing out the Nano X filter that I use regularly on my camera. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel, give it a like. If you have any comments or want me to test any further filters out, make sure you comment below. I read all my comments. But thank you so much for watching this video. It really means a lot to me, and we'll catch up in the next video.